Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally back to check in with you guys. Well, this is actually not going to be so much of a check-in just because I am filming this at the very end of the month. But as promised, I wanted to come on here and just fill you in on all the expenses I have made for the month of October. Typically in the past, I have made weekly check-in videos where I check in with my expenses and what I've spent my money on a weekly basis from like the different categories that I have here in my budget set up. But since I haven't done that in so long, it really was a bit hard for me to start up with it again. So I've decided to film this video even though it's not right on a weekly basis. Hopefully by next month I'll get back into the swing of filming every single week, but for now this is all I have. And like I mentioned, as promised, I did want to go ahead and let you guys in on what I've been spending my money on, because I started back up with budgeting in the month of October and I have been tracking my expenses. I've actually been using this app that one of my longtime subscribers and friend Brianna showed me, I believe last year now. It's been quite a few months. I feel like it was last year, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is this envelopes app. I will go ahead and pop up a picture of what it looks like. I did go ahead and pay for this app, but I 100% recommend it. I've been using this for quite a few months, and although I haven't been budgeting super consistently, I do enjoy it as a method of using electronic cash envelopes since I'm not currently using physical ones. Now, I've mentioned time and time again that I want to get back into cash envelopes, like actual cash envelopes. And if I do, I still will be using the app. I think it's very, very beneficial. So definitely check that out if you guys have not. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with my weekly check-in. I have all of my expenses all ready to lay down in my monthly view, as well as my weekly check-in sheet and washi. I did go ahead and pick up the wrong weekly check-in because usually the page flags match with the glitter washi strips, but it's okay. I think I'll just go ahead and switch out the page flags once I get to my parents' house, which is where my shop is at now. I hope you guys can see. I know there's like some sort of glare or like shadow, I feel like, and it just has to do with where the light is at right now. So hopefully it gets better, but I'm just going to quickly lay these stickers down. And I have not done this in a while, so bear with me. So I sell these weekly check-in kits as well as all the other stickers you'll be seeing in this video in my shop, Romina Rossa, which I always have a link for down below, as well as you can always get 10% off with the code Romina10. I am currently working at the time that I'm filming this video on getting up my December new releases, so definitely stay tuned for that. And typically I use both of these pages, so I'm just gonna go in and just lay down my two washies. Within the weekly check-in listing, you also have an option to pick up just the weekly check-in script, which is nice for me since I do use 2 pages for the weekly check-in. I think I will be using the page flags for now just to have some sort of guide to write down my categories and stuff. So I am still going to break it up between weeks. So I believe I wanted week 1 to be from the 1st till the 9th, and 10th to the 16th will be 2, 3, 4. So 1st until the 7th will be a week. And then the categories that I weekly check-in for, I cannot find a compliment card for the death of me, so I just made a key on the little sidebar here, so you guys can see. So categories are groceries, we have eating out. Then I have household. Allowance. Beauty. I have gas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't remember having this many, but maybe I did. It's been such a long time since I filmed a weekly check-in. So these are all the categories I'll be checking in for. I am just going to quickly lay down the rest of these stickers here, and then we will go from there. I don't want to make this video like an hour long since I am checking in for quite a few weeks, so I'll probably speed up through this process. All right, so I have this all set up and I got to week 4. I thought that was a little bit better than going all the way to week 5 just because of time. So my first week is going to be from the 1st until the 9th, week 2 from the 10th until the 16th, week 3 from the 17th until the 23rd, and then week 4, which is the final week, will be from the 24th until the 31st. Now, my cash envelopes are updated, not until the very, very last day of the month, but if you guys would have seen that, then you guys know that I'm over budget, which I think is a perfect time to show you guys my expenses because I just got back into budgeting, and let me tell you, it's been very, very hard. One, because I have not had a strict budget like this in a very long time, and 2, because I just don't remember how much I've been spending per month. So I definitely did not have accurate numbers to go by for my categories, and for that reason, you will see a lot of either budgeted expenses because I no longer have sinking funds, or just me overspending, which I'm just trying to be real here, guys, and show you guys that you don't have to be perfect when budgeting. And I definitely am not, especially now that I'm getting back into it. But I am making an effort to lower my spending, and the first part of budgeting is tracking your expenses. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to the monthly view. And I'm also quickly going to go through and lay down all of the expenses as well as bill due stickers that I have here. I don't know. I think maybe I'll just go through really quick. So rent was on the 1st. I'm going to take, do I want that red one? Yeah, let's do the red one up top. Then bill dues, I have my car payment on the 1st. I believe my car insurance on the 8th, and 29. Phone bill on the 21st. Renter's insurance is the same day as my car insurance. Internet. This actually I paid recently. Since I do end up sending the money to my roomie, I believe I sent this towards the end of the month. So I think I'll just go ahead and lay these down on the 22nd. And I could not find the electricity, like utilities, little bill scripts to put on top. So I'm just gonna leave it like that until I get one from my shop. I also have these really cute deco stickers that I started offering, I believe, in the month of September. So I do want to decorate this a little bit. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was really cute. I want to save some space just in case I end up doing something else down there, which I think I will. It's cute, but maybe I can lay it down on the days that are not, there's a lot of sweaters actually, on the days that are not in the month. So I can put like a little, something cute to decorate. Like, how cute are these? You guys know I love to decorate my planner. So this is perfect for like your budget planner monthly view, or even your decorative planners. Super cute. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and lay down my budget expense stickers because I have quite a few expenses to mark. Alright, so I've laid down all of my expenses from week 1 all the way to week 3, and there are a lot. And as you guys can see, there are a lot of unbudgeted expenses here because working my new job, which I haven't mentioned yet, but I have made videos about it that I'm going to upload in this next week. I am working, and here and then I do buy some supplies for that, so you will see supplies as an unbudgeted expense twice here, and then the rest of the unbudgeted expenses are gifts, which I typically do have or would have a sinking fund for, but since I have not been budgeting for a very long time, I do not have that. So there's going to be a lot of overspending, I would say, this month. But regardless of all the expenses I've made this month, I do have some no spend days, so I am going to bring out my no spend stickers that I've been collecting dust in my drawer for a long time. So we have one on the 5th, one on the 10th, one on the 12th. We're going all the way till the 23, I believe, 23rd. So 16th, 18th, 19th, and 23rd. Perfect. So this definitely looks a lot more like the past, and I'm so happy about it. So I can go ahead and flip back and forth to check in. So I'm just gonna actually put this back, and then I'll be flipping back and forth. I'm going to go through and check off my bill dues. So car payment, renters, car insurance, electricity, internet, and then phone bill. Let me actually get that exact number, but I did go ahead and pay for it already. That's on auto pay. So phone bill was $49.75. I also do have my calculator here, which I showed you guys on my October monthly budget video. It's literally the perfect sort of ASMR calculator, which I will be using on the side here. We'll start with groceries. I added $250 in the beginning of the month to that category. So let's go ahead and check from the 1st until the 9th. I spent $117.20 for Costco and Food for Less, $17.50 for Nespresso. I no longer have a Keurig. I now share a Nespresso with my roommate Brenda. $32.32 for Trader Joe's and $27.83 for Sprouts. The good thing about having a roommate is that I get to split pretty much all the groceries with her, which has definitely been helping quite a bit. So check these off. And I have one more for Target at $10.25. So that is a total of $200 and $5.10 spent at the end of week 1. So subtracting what I started with from that, I had $44.90 remaining. Then for eating out, I had an expense of $14.44 for Tommy's and $33.54 for Wobble Grill. And I think this is pretty much the only time that I spend money on both Victor and I. Victor has been so sweet. Victor's my boyfriend, if you guys don't know, at really helping me out with my budget and paying for a lot of the times that we go out to eat. Most of the times, I feel like that was, once again, the only time that I bought food for both of us. So I spent $47 with 98 cents. So that minus 125. Next, we have household. Which household are these burgundy stickers? And I only have one expense of $16.29. I think since I have so many weeks to go through, I'm going to just write down how much I spent. Then allowance, I did not spend any money this week. Beauty, spent $25.97. Gas, I've been pumping so many times this month, guys. It's kind of ridiculous. So the first week I pumped twice, one for $59.90 and then $62.08. So just in the first week I spent $121.98 on gas. Like so. And then for unbudgeted, I do have some expenses, some supplies for $16.42, and then a gift for $18. That was $34.42. All right, so this is how the remaining side looks like. I was over by $34.42 for unbudgeted, since I don't budget anything for that. So that's how that will look right there. And then moving on to the second week really quick. Let's start with, there were no groceries, so I'll just go ahead and write zeros. Eating out, I have Popeyes for $10.84. Let's check these off. Then for household, I have two, one of $27.71 and the other of $12.99. Which is $40.70. Allowance, I spent $35.28. Beauty, nothing spent for beauty this week. Gas, I pumped once on the 13th. I'm actually missing one little sticker, I think, on this third week, which I'm going to change the purple all in all, just because I feel like it messes up with the whole aesthetic, like just like a random purple sticker. So I'm gonna end up changing that up regardless, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I spent $54.22 on gas this week. And then for unbudgeted, I did have a few expenses here. So we have $25.58 for a gift, $15.13 for supplies, and then $54.95 for gifts. That is a total of $95.66 of just unbudgeted expenses this week. Super crazy. Now let me do my remainings. All right, so this is the remainder for week 2, which budgeted expenses are definitely adding up here to $130.08. And then as you guys can see, week 2 I was doing pretty good still with my categories here. So that is week 2. And then last but not least, we'll go through week 3. Starting with groceries. I actually do not have any groceries this week, so I will write zeros. I don't know where my camera cut off, but I am down here with my eating out expense. I just mentioned that I went to Solita, which was for my friend Karen's birthday dinner. So I spent 47 and I had 66.18 last week. So that means that I now have, so remaining have 44.90 for groceries and then 19.18 for eating out. Then no household items. So zeros for household. Allowance, I have 2 expenses. One of $15 to reload my Starbucks card, and then $6.25 for parking. I took that out of my allowance since I didn't know where else to take it out from, and I already knew that I had a lot of unbudgeted expenses, so I just took that out of allowance, and that was a total of $21.25. Then for beauty, nothing this week, so zeros. Gas, like I mentioned, I had an expense on the 17th of $61.71, and then I had another one on the 22nd of $62.71. So I'll just go ahead and add that later on. I'm actually, like I mentioned, going to change that color anyways. So I spent a total of $124.42 just on gas this week, which is so crazy. And no unbudgeted expenses, thank God. So now let's do the remainders for week 3. And for those, once again, I'm just going to the prior week and subtracting whatever I spent from that. So for household, I didn't spend anything, so I'll still have $23.01. So these are the ending numbers for week 3, which was from the 17th until the 23rd. And as you guys can see, my numbers are not looking too hot, especially for gas. I was already over $50.62, and let me just tell you that I did go ahead and pump again. So definitely make sure you stay tuned for my October budget results so that you can see how much I actually spent in total. Since I no longer have sinking funds, that is pretty much, I think, going to be it for this video. Like I mentioned, definitely stay tuned to see how I end my month. I feel like it's been a really stressful process to kind of just sit myself down and go through my expenses, but now that I've done it in front of you guys, I feel very relieved, and I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're on the same boat as me and have not been wanting to look at what you've been spending your money on, this is a sign that you should. And you should do it next to me, because trust me, I am struggling too. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Comment down below if you have any questions or just want to send some supporting words my way, because I definitely do need them. And hopefully I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.